Hey, it's mad. Liverpool play again. Big Sam, OG Sam is in the building with me. He
Come
said he
on.
wanted to make it and he made it. He caught the coach. Can Liverpool, though, deliver today? That's the question. Big up to everyone in the building, first and foremost. Appreciate the love from the last video I just did because that was fun as hell. But guess what, guys? I got a part two. I didn't know. They said there's a part two and I need to react to it. But forget that for now, Liverpool, man. But how are you, first and foremost, my bro?
Yeah, no, just generally life. Obviously, just getting things sorted with everything that's going around, but it's running smoothly. Obviously, just looking forward to my birthday next week and Christmas, and then
I love,
you get
man.
me. But yeah, no, Liverpool is more of like I don't know how to feel about them. It's more of I don't care. This guy's still in charge. But yeah, no, it's been a lot. I'm not gonna lie. This season already has been a lot, and it shouldn't be, but you know, it is what it is.
Nah, I hear it. There's what 20 people already in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Because Jay decided he wanted to join in late. Hold on. Because you know when you have layout set up, Jay.
Yeah,
you know when you have the layout set up, but Jay said, "No, I'm just gonna
hold on. Was pressing the button?
Do you know how I knew I prepped and I had in mind? So don't get onto me. I'm just saying I knew someone was gonna turn up, and I was like, yeah, let me make sure I've got it ready. But big up, bro. Before you start cooking me for no reason, bro. Hey, this ain't
he went straight on the attack. He knew the rebuttal was coming.
That's why I went defense mode.
Philly Shell caught it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just knew. Yeah. But look, listen, bros, we got Liverpool. It's a long day, isn't it? Like
you man still wearing that jersey. Crazy.
Hey, relax, man. You're wearing neutral colors as well, just green. Christmas,
bro.
Grinch. Now you turned up in the Grinch color.
Bro, hold on. Yeah, I'm a runner now, bro. Nike running division. That's it, bro.
Fair enough.
Even Sam wearing that Liverpool top, he's looking at it, he looks disgusted. He's looking at himself and why am I wearing this?
Listen, I had to go back to that where we started playing well when Mane came in. that's when everything.
I went back to New Balance days.
You get me? Because I had to remind myself back of those days that this is dead.
But before I look at the lineup, big up to everyone in the chat. Before we look at the lineup, though, lads, man, we are unbeaten in 4, though.
No, you don't laugh
at me, bro.
No, we're trying to get 5. Is that what we're saying? I got 5 on it.
Bro, we're trying to go
lead up Christmas Eve.
5 games with no reds on there, and just a grey and a green. Is that the color? I think for the draw, yellow. Whatever the color is for the yellow. That's beautiful because you remember the last time I showed you guys the list when it was just red, green, red, green. Like so. Seen a few little greys on there and a few greens ain't too bad. But Salah is back in the squad, lads. Where you guys heads with that one? Because Salah is.
I'll let Jay go first.
If it was me, again, obviously I don't know what's happened behind closed doors, innit?
Mm-hmm.
But if I was, again, I would hope that Salah had to apologise to him. But look, he's on the bench, innit? So, you know, like, yeah, he's in the team, but you're still benched, though. Like that he's still showing you, yeah, you might have apologised, cool, you're in the team, but you're on the bench. And guess what? If the game doesn't permit it to, you still might not come on. No, like that. Like, ultimately, let's be honest, anything can happen. Let's say even if he's planned to come on, but we go down to 10 men because of someone's been erratic, he might not come on. So again, look, we'll see. But again, I think Slot kind of alluded to it, innit? Yeah, we might have a conversation about being in a team, but that might not. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that kind of indicates or suggests that, yeah, everything's good, everything's rosy, Salah's going to stay in the team. I think it's one game, man. Your family's coming. Do you know what I mean? Mum and dad coming to Brighton. Maybe this is his farewell thing. You know, you just don't know. So, yeah, man. We'll see what happens.
Damn. All right, let me change this so everyone can see the team. Let's get JJ back in as well.
Yeah, remove me first.
No, I said I was getting you back in. I know why you. Yeah, man. Moving like Salah, my G, bro. Want to get the color contrast. Right, let's get to it then. I'll show you guys the lineup. So you guys. So obviously we know Salah is back. He's back in today. I saw this as well, which I'll have a conversation with you guys for after, but that's the lineup at the moment. So Alisson's in goal. Gomez obviously right back because Bradley's suspended. You're going to have Virgil and Konate centre backs. Kirk's left back, so replacing Robbo. And then you've got pretty much all of our midfielders on the pitch. So you've got Wirtz, you've got Szoboszlai, you've got McAllister, you've got Jones and Gravenberch. And then you've got Ekitike as the striker. Isak is on the bench. Salah is on the bench. Chiesa is on the bench. Robbo is on the bench. Ramsey has made the bench. Rio's on the bench. Lucky's on the bench. Woodman's on the bench. Mohamed Ashvili's on the bench. And I think that is it. Yeah, that's it. Where you guys head at with this team? The lineup that you can see. Go on.
Let's talk about the reality of it. Slot is trying to keep his job in it. So he needs to make this team as stable as possible. That's why he's packing 4 midfielders there. Just makes us a little bit more stable in the midfield, because the way we were getting ripped through in the midfield was disgusting to see. The games before, obviously, we won, and then we started going on these draws. But yeah, no, I would. Do you know what it is? Is that I'm happy to see Wirtz back in the lineup, because when he started dropping Wirtz, it was like it wasn't making anything better. For me, yes, Wirtz hasn't got any GA, but when I see Wirtz on the ball, some of the passes he makes and some of the movements he's making, like of recent, it looks like there's a little bit of impact there. My thing is that McAllister, I don't know why he still keeps on playing McAllister, personally, for me. And this is no hit to McAllister. He was one of my favorite players last year, actually, for since the time he was here, but he just doesn't have the legs for me. He doesn't have the legs. I will personally, do you know what? I will actually persist with Isak, because for me, Isak, even though he hasn't been playing well, and he's of course, and we can't give him excuses. I feel like we need to keep on playing Isak so he can get used to the team and the teammates around him, because right now it just doesn't seem like people are used to him and he's not used to the team. That's personally for me. But other than that, it's all right. Again, my headspace is slot out still. I don't care. Like, it's still slot out. But yeah, it's all right.
What about you, Jay, man? McAllister is one of the guys we always cook in it, to be fair. It's like, what does he actually offer to the team from going forward in a defensive standpoint? But he's playing, bro. The gaffer loves him.
I don't really know what to say. Like I'm looking at that, yeah, and Isak's injured, I heard, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's a doubt. But he's on the bench, but he apparently was injured. You know, we don't trust Chiesa, and you've got the Salah issue. So when you look at that bench, who else is going to play up front to go back to that diamond that we did? I don't think there's anyone there. I actually don't think there's anyone there that you trust like that. Obviously, you trust Salah, but he's going through this situation. We know, obviously, Isak is his signing. And then, obviously, Robbo's a left back. Ramsey's a right back. Mohamed Ashvili's the keeper. Woodman's the keeper. Rio, we know the situation with Rio. And then Lucky, he'll get lucky if he gets any minutes this season, innit? So, if we're being honest, I'm looking at it and it's like, yeah, I guess that's just the team you can put. There's no Gakpo, there's no one there. And maybe with 5 in the midfield, if they narrow up defensively, you can kind of mask the legs, if that makes sense, depending on how we set up. Again, I don't know what we're going to do. Like, obviously, people are looking at it thinking, there's only one. Maybe Wirtz plays as a second striker. Yeah, I mean, maybe Wirtz plays on the left. Maybe I don't know what's going to happen in the game.
We're definitely going to play a 4-4-2 as like in the defensive shape. I can see Wirtz and Ekitike as the two guys leading the kind of like I'll say press or whatever we do. To be fair, but yeah,
it might be Sobo though. You know,
that's true.
It might be Sobo and goes Wirtz. So again, that's what I'm saying. It's difficult to kind of read what's going on. The problem for me though is I don't want to see Jones as like a left mid though. Like, I need him centrally to. No, I don't want him out there, and like obviously the defense is fine, but ultimately I want him in the middle dictating as one of the deeper two players, which means that it can I don't know. I've got a feeling we still play the diamond. It's just Verts up front as opposed to Isak.
So if we're gonna play the diamond, then Jay, stick with that. Then wouldn't you probably say Jones there and then Mac probably this side, or is it not better for Jones this side and then Mac can be here and then they just alternate between them?
I think McCaster to be on the right hand side. I think Soboslai will be in the 10.
Okay, let me see what that looks
that
like.
is most
Like what we saw in the second half against Inter.
Yeah,
I think it will be more so like that. I think that's the kind of average positioning. Of course, Sobo will move right. Vert will pop into the guy. Will still be movement, but I think speaking like McAllister anyway, I think that's the kind of area he'll be in. I just don't see. I don't know, man. I feel like you got a bit more defensive solidity there with Gomez. If McAllister plays on the left and Kirkers goes running, to Sam's point, yes, he was cooked on the left hand side. I'm not gonna lie.
exactly.
Cooked, bro. So
because you're saying, oh yeah, I see what you mean. You're trying to nullify, like when you have someone that's not as good, but then you put someone good with him just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah, you just got a safety net there. If all else fails, just give him the ball. Like give Jones, you're going to keep it. If McAllister gives the ball away, you can't run back. You've got someone that's just going to be a bit more defensively solid, albeit he'll still get forward, but a bit more reserved. Gravnon will cover that side, and Sober will as well. But I do think it will be something like that. I do think it'll be something like that.
Nah, I don't mind it though. I don't mind it either way because I really believe like the midfielders are gonna. I think Sobo will play out on the right hand side of the diamond, and then Mac will be in the 10. But I do think they'll just rotate in it based on where they are positionally on the game. So you might see Mac in the 10, you might see Jones in the 10, and then you got Gravers out wide left or wide right. But I do feel like Verts, if we are sticking with the diamond, Verts will play close to Ekitike, which today could be the day. Like, I'm looking at this, my honest opinion, lads, I'm looking at the team going, yes, they've underperformed. Yes, players have not done what they needed to do. Yes, the manager has been dead food all season, but a couple of games where you thought, okay, he did well there. But I'm looking at it, guy, and it's at Anfield now. The team is on a somewhat of the band-aid is over the injury at the moment. It's not stemmed the bleeding yet, but we can now peel it off and probably start stitching the wound. That's the way I look at it. But today could be the day where they start stitching the wound. And because it's a game where we look at, and most people are like, Brighton's a good football inside. I don't think they're going to knock the ball long in terms of like just smash it long, play off the second ball. I think they're going to try and play out. And if they play out, I feel like there's going to be gaps because they normally try and stretch the pitch, don't they? They go wide and then they try and use the passes to stretch and open up the team. So if they lose the ball and we time the press right and be compact in the right areas, I think transition moments, I think we'll cook them, I think that, but can we stop them from scoring? That's the only problem. I don't think we can stop them from scoring, but I think we can go out there and score a few goals today, bro. In my honest opinion.
I'd rather it go the other way, I'd rather win the game 1-0. Honestly, I'd rather it be another Inter Milan game and just win the game 1-0. Because going back to this, we're conceding chances. We can't stop them scoring, but we've got to score 3 or 4. I'm tired of that, man. Honestly, I need Benitez 4-05-06. I just need that, just solid. These guys, you ain't conceding. They ain't conceding. You might draw the game, but they're not conceding. I'd rather that. I don't want to, and I think looking at the team, that's why I look at it and I'm like, you know what? 4-5-1, perfect. Workers. You've got midfielders at left mid and right mid, it's going to work. Yeah, it might not create, but they're going to work. It's going to work. And ultimately, that's what I'm looking forward to. And then these types of games is where you see Verts, you pay 120 million. Yeah, we're defensively solid, do something special. Take on 5 man, slap it in the top bins. Show us what you're about. Like I've been saying, ND, and I said it early, but I haven't said it since. But you said it early. I was like, listen, for 120 million, listen, I'm expecting you when the chips are down for you to do. You see what Hazard done against, Arsenal, and run through. That's what I'm looking for. Like, that's the difference, innit? Because otherwise we could have just got a Morgan Gibbs-White to run around, do little flicks. We could do. There's pure players at that. But 120 million, when you spend that type of money, obviously he didn't put the price tag on himself. But if a club values you at that and a club buys you for that, there was also an expectation where it's like, all right, cool. Well, we're getting you for everything else. We're getting you for the running, the nice touches, looking cute on the ball. Cool. Now it's got to be in the big moments. Can you go and turn up? Can you do something that makes us go, oh, that's why it's 120 million. Now, again, like you go and look at, just compare Real Madrid. In Real Madrid, they've got Valverde, they've got Camavinga, they've got Tchouaméni. All, if you look at it, they're similar profiles to Bellingham. They're all like box-to-box kind of midfielders that can do that. They can strike a ball. But Bellingham's the one where you're like, oh, that's why. Because in the moments you need him to turn up, he turns up. Do you understand? They're all similar. They're not like controllers like Modric or Cruz. They're all box-to-box players. But Bellingham's going to turn up, and Wirtz has to turn up for me. These are the games where you've got the stability behind you. You've got midfielders that will stay there, that are going to work. No one's going to be like selfish at that. Obviously, your striker's there, but Szoboszlai's not a selfish player. McAllister ain't. Jones ain't. Grav ain't. Kirkes and Gomez ain't. Like, no one in the team. You got to be the guy today. You've got to show why. Yeah, why? All right, it's cool. If Salah does go, that's why. Because you've got someone else there that can turn up. Because if not, you know what I mean? It becomes a bit dark.
I mean, what I need to see today is, other than Virgil and Konate, because they're always going to have more touches on the ball because of the way that we play. Third most touches needs to be Wirtz. I can't lie. It needs to be Wirtz. Like, the balls need to go through to him. Like, what was it the other day when we scored against Leeds, right? Yeah. The third goal that we played, I need to see more of that. More of that. Just pinging it through the middle. And to be fair, because we don't really have any wingers or out wingers in this team right now, it has to be played through the middle anyways. So we need to be braver on the ball. And that, for the midfielders, I wouldn't say Szoboszlai as much, because if I'm looking at it like that, probably Szoboszlai will hang out on the right mid area, right wing area, and try and cross it in some more time. But I'm looking at Gravenberch, Jones, and McAllister to be the ones to facilitate and just bring it to Wirtz and let him do what he needs to do. Because more time, I've given Wirtz the leeway where a lot of the time, a lot of people are not just the passing team. Do you get what I'm saying? So pass the ball and let's actually see what Wirtz can actually do. And I don't think Brighton is one of those teams that will sit back, defend, put all men behind the ball. There will be some space. They will try to play. There will be some space. So, again, like the Brightons, the Fulhams, the Bournemouths, them kind of teams is where I look at it and think, what can you do? What can you do here? Because in the Champions League, he's played the best in the Champions League. Obviously not the best overall, but like his better football has come in the Champions League. I just need to see this in the Premier League now.
No, I hear it. I'm trying to look. I'm just going to look at what Brighton, the lineup, it looks like.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well.
Have you got it?
Yeah, I've got it. Should I send it to you?
No, you can just shout it out in it if you've got
cool.
it.
Shout out. Yeah, I've got it on hand. Yeah, I was looking already. Just loading.
Brighton.
Already,
they got.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, there we go. They've got Verbruggen.
Yeah.
They've got Verbruggen in goal. Dunk, Van Hecke, Gruder, Jorginho, Minter, Hinshelwood, Baleba, Kadiologlu, Gomez, Vifer, and that's the manager there. Why is the manager in the lineup? Why is the manager in the lineup? Like, I don't get it.
Nah, they've put Vifer, Matt's favorite player, right back today. That could be got at, because he's not a quick player. He's not a quick player as well. He's a midfielder. He's a DM, centre midfielder. Vifer. Where he's at right back. From the lineup I've seen them put out. Baleba is in the middle. That's going to be interesting. Minter is the one,
That's the only one I'm looking at. Yeah.
Versus Kirkes. That's going to be an interesting.
Gruder for me as well.
Yeah, because he gets about, doesn't he? He doesn't mind getting on the ball, the little 1-2s, and he gets shots off. And Matoma, I presume, is on the bench, isn't he? Is he on the bench? Is he on the bench?
No, he's injured. No, he's on the bench.
He's on the bench. He's on the bench.
Milner's on the bench.
Milner's on the bench as well. But that talk to me, lads, man. That Minter battle versus Kirkes, bro.
Yeah, no, he's going to get a lot of help from Baleba as well. So
Does Minter play that side though?
Yeah, he plays, so he cuts in off the left, innit? Cuts in off the right, sorry.
Does he? I thought he was on the left. Oh, fair enough.
Nah, because then Gomez will go on the right, the left hand side, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know who Gomez is. Like, I read that. I was like, bro.
yeah, no, I don't know who he is.
I haven't checked up.
I think he's
Like I
like
said, I've checked
he's
out.
Paraguay. I think he's from Paraguay or something like that. He's a left winger.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So yeah, I guess Minter. Yeah, I mean
What?
that's why I was saying you kind of.
Nah, Jay, don't hold your head, bro. Nah, come on, Kirkes can hold. He had an interview the other day as well. I think he had like a sit down.
Hold on, is Robbo injured or?
Now he's on the
no,
bench.
he's not. Oh,
Jones is gonna have to help him out a lot on that one. I can't lie to you.
Chat, do you think, yes or no, chat? Do you think that Kirkes can deal with Minter today? Is it yes or no? But Jay, what?
I've got another question for the chat. How about that? Can Kirkes deal with himself today? Can Kirkes deal with himself? Can he deal with the baggy touches? Can you do what it is with Kirkes? He looks, when you're playing football, yeah, you see someone and they're fighting the ball and they're stiff and everything's stiff about it. Just relax, brother. Just relax. You've done this a million times, bro. Just relax. No. You know what? I'd have preferred, me personally, for us to play Robbo and Bradley.
But Bradley's suspended, so he can't play anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got a yellow card in the last game.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's good. It's good. Listen, if I was running the stream right now, you see, all my news would be false. It'll be fake news. I'd be like, yeah, it started Bradley. This man. I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, I guess there's nothing else he could do then, innit? And Frimpong's still what, in Ghana?
No, he's not, bro. Don't do that. You're spreading fake news again. No, I didn't. No, listen. That side is going to be crazy because Jones is going to need to do the work for him or help him out. Also, Gravenberch has to be aware because bruv, he's rapid, tricky, and he's not afraid to get shots off as well. He's not afraid to shoot. And that's a big issue, bro. But I think the reason why Kirkes is in, for me personally, I think obviously he's quick. You'd say he's quicker than Robbo, so you're gonna need that, and you're just gonna need someone just to be a pest with him. Robbo would have done the more old school stuff, stand off, let you see what he's doing, or get tight, kick him once or twice. But I think you're going to need someone that's going to be able to battle every time he gets the ball. Are you going to be able to battle? And I think that's the thinking.
The thing is, though, Minto is just going to be like, oh, is it Kirkes? You've got a choice to make. Are you going to overlap? Yeah. Or are you going to stay back? If you stay back, cool. If you overlap, 1v1 against Virgil. 1v1. And then Virgil's going to be like, I don't. Come back. and then Kirkes ends up inverting. I guarantee you Kirkes inverts, and you'll be watching the game, and you'll be like, oh, why is Gomez overlapping more than Kirkes? I guarantee you Kirkes will be in that zone because think about it. Minter's cutting on off the right, yeah. So he's left-footed, yeah. Stay out wide then. So stay out wide, cross the ball to the box. We can deal with that. Yeah, we can deal with that. So Kirkes, stay there. Let him go on the outside, and Konate and Virgil win the header. Alisson can come and catch. They're not gonna shift the cross, and Virgil's staying central. So unless Jones comes back, which again we want him more central, right? We don't want him doing doggies. Yeah, it's gonna be like this. So Minter's gonna have the run of the mill on the outside, and then when Jones is central, you're gonna get the overlapping fullback of Kadioglu if he plays there, unless Viper's playing there. But it'll be Kadioglu. That's just going to be bombing up and down. And he's going to cross the ball, or Minter's going to be in those pockets. He's going to be level 1v1. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Kirkes at all. So
yeah, I know. You've made that clear for months now. So we know. What about you then, Sam, bro? Because surely, bro, like Kirkes can.
For me, like the only thing about me is that Kirkes can't make stupid decisions or be rash.
Okay.
That's all I say. If he just keeps his composure, he will be fine. As I said, I think Jones is going to have to help him out a little bit, but Kirkes has had some good games. Yeah. It's not like he's been trashed the whole time, even though there's some in some performances where you're like, what are you doing? But anyways, it's like sometimes when I watch him, it's like he's got head loss, or it's just like he's stuck in two minds of what to do. Do you get what I'm saying? If he just stays composed today, he should be all right. He should be all right. Like, I'm just still having hope and blind faith that somehow he's gonna integrate with the team a lot more as he keeps on playing. Because I just genuinely don't think Virgil trusts him on the ball. That's one thing as well. He don't trust him on the ball. And
question is, do you think he trusts himself on the ball?
No, but listen, you only learn and you grow, innit? But what's it called? Like the whole Minter thing is that I think the problem that we've been having a lot this season is that when we've gone up against wingers that are 1v1 wingers, Doku, what was the Leeds winger again? That just caused us problems. Nyoto came on, caused us problems. And Minter is still that same type of profile as well. So, but for me, that is really the only threat I can see with Brighton, because I just see that Brighton will just try to pass their way out of things.
Yeah.
If we just stay compact in the middle, Brighton, the problem I had with Brighton over the years when they had De Zerbi and when they had even past managers is that they will do pass, but that's it. They wouldn't have a plan B or a plan C. It's that or it doesn't work. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, we just need to be good in the transitions. We just need to be good in transitions, and that's it.
All right, let me highlight the other two guys here that need, not that want, need to have a good game as well. And it's Konate and Virgil. Jay, talk to me about the guys that, you know what I mean, your section of the pitch. Because for some reason, to be fair, last game, yeah, they were on job. But game prior to that, it's a myth. They're just doing madness. Virgil sticking out his leg, twerking, Konate diving in, doing what he wants to do. Like, what's going on with these two?
Do what I'll say, yeah. And this is obviously Defenders Union and that.
Yeah, defend your guys, man.
No. Not even defend my guys, but Defenders Union. Playing centre back, especially for Liverpool, yeah, it's probably one of the hardest jobs you've got to do, bro.
Facts.
Because not only do you have to be rapid, yeah, and you have the ability to recover quick. You've got to play a high line. You have more touches of the ball, which means you're prone to make more mistakes if you've got more of the ball, of course, because it's the probability, right? If I've got the ball and you don't, you ain't gonna make a mistake with the ball. I'm more likely to make a mistake. They've got more of the ball, and they're responsible for the first phase. So when you're playing through the first phases, they've got to be comfortable enough to take it on the back from the keepers, but also go and find the gaps. So your Sobos, your Joneses, your Gomez's, whoever, right? And obviously build up from the back.
Yeah.
That with the way Liverpool play, with fullbacks getting forward or inverting and then midfielders getting forward, it means a lot of the time, and obviously we took it for granted, but even under Klopp, our centre-backs were left exposed enough times.
100%.
But you had, think about it, if the amount of times Virgil or Gomez or Matic were just left 1v1 or 2v1, and somehow we just didn't concede a goal. Whether it was Virgil van Dijk done all of this, blocking the pass off, and man skies it, or man gets shook and turn around. Or there's so many times you're looking at, oh my God, we're left 1v1. If that was any other level of football, the manager, what are you doing? Like, you just don't do that from a defensive standpoint. You defend as a team, you want your blocks, you want your fullbacks. You hear this, obviously, all the pros talk about all the time. Yeah, he's tucking in. I've got two sitting, or one at least sitting in front, and we shift left and right, and I'm the last bit. I organise what's in front of me, right? So when we're doing that, I think they look way, way, way better. But when you're playing this expansive type of football, and you're off form, and you're making mistakes more than usual, it could be one mistake you make in a game. But you see, before you make one mistake, but Konate again goes and recovers. It's mad. I remember this is against Bournemouth. Yeah? I remember Callum Wilson against Joe Gomez. He's just left 1v1. Callum Wilson bumps him off the ball, and he goes and scores. This is away.
I remember
this has been happening. This has been happening. Just being left 1v1. But that's the risk these teams and Liverpool like to play with. It's just not cool because they're gambling on the fact that they're good enough to defend those situations 1v1, which means that when we get it, our players are in position. But at this moment in time, it's not working, whether it's because Virgil and Konate can't pass, whether these guys aren't showing. In general, they're just making more mistakes than they have been, whether it's legs have gone a bit, because, again, not everyone's going to be able to sprint like that all the time, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? So, even like a Konate, I mean, we don't talk about it, but he's not going to be as athletic as he was 2 years ago if he carries on sprinting, carries on sprinting. Do you know what I mean? And it's not because his legs are gone, but you just can't keep it up. So, again, the system, if we have it, and Virgil spoke about it in the Inter game. He was like, "Yeah, we had Ryan helping us out, just sitting right in front. If he's just sitting right in front, it gives you a safety net, which means that all right, okay, cool. If the striker's in the middle, I don't really, of course, I have to watch him, but I have to mark him because Grav's cutting out the passing lane, but he's right in front. So I just tell him shift left, shift right, stay there. Look, he's on your left shoulder. Just get in front, and I can watch what's behind me and what's to the side. And obviously, if you've got fullbacks, you're cool." When Grav's making runs into the box, he's scoring goals. Fantastic. He gets the goal. But if he makes a run into the box and then we don't score the goal because a certain player or whoever just misplaces the pass, and then we're left and you're looking and you're like, oh, it's just Semenyo running at the centre-backs now. And they've got 2 other runners that way. And you've got Virgil like, oh, man, I'm trying to force him to go to my man, but we're getting closer to goal. If I just step and he plays that pass, it's over. He's taking a touch through on goal and it's a goal. If I back off, we get to the Semenyo goal where he just goes and just, all right, I'm just going to slap it because you've given up too much ground. But that's what the defender has to do at that point. He has to delay. The quicker he jumps, the more likely the goal is going to come. So I don't know. It's a weird one, man. It's a weird one. I think, again, if Gravenberch stays there, if you've got Gomez that's tucked in, if Kirkes could just be a bit solid defensively, then you've got a unit that you can work with. You've got a 5 in front of the keeper that can just stay solid. And I think, looking at the players we've got, I mean, that's kind of the way you're going to have to do it, man. It's not like you've got pure attacking width, do you know what I mean? And all of that. It's about being narrow and compact. And once you're narrow and compact, if you've got players that are good enough on the ball, they can play in tight spaces, which means that your defense is narrow, your team is narrow, but you can pop it about, you can come out of those, and if you can do it quickly enough, I mean, to Sam's point, you can kind of transition well. But look, I mean, it remains to be seen. This is all stuff I'm talking about in theory, innit? In theory, we know obviously Virgil and Konate have been crap. All it takes is one mistake, one slip, one misplaced header, a volleyball attempt, and we could be a goal down, innit? And at this point, anything's a go, innit? Anything's a go. Like, I wouldn't, like, if Virgil passed it back to Alisson and Alisson missed it and it went into goal, I wouldn't be surprised. No, but that's the type of season it's been, innit? But that's the type of season it's been. Bro, if Virgil's handballing the ball and the ball's there and he's just throwing his arm up, it's not like he's done this. It's not like he's turned his back. He just threw his arm up, innit? And I get it. Listen, I've done that stuff. Yeah, I don't want to concede. But when that's happening, it's dark. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's last resort. So it's like, it is where it is, man. It is where it is. But that's my kind of opinion on it. I think,
No, I was going to say there's a few questions. I think someone asked about Welbeck. Nah, he's fit. He's on the bench.
He's on the bench.
Yeah, Chiesa is there. Robbo's there. I think that's one of the questions as well. Wataru obviously has an ankle injury, so he's not. Salah is back in the squad on the bench. What about Mac then? Yeah, because someone said,
Sam,
Mac
you can do this one, bro.
Mac is the problem, bro. Mac, why does no one? I saw the comment. Forgive me, I didn't see the name, but it says, why is no one talking about Mac? I was like, I don't know if you're new to this channel, but you must be new. These guys always calling Mac out, bro.
Listen,
what does Mac need to do today, Sam, bro?
Mac is getting the Salah and Gakpo treatment, but the only thing is, because we're talking about it today, and Salah is on the bench, and obviously Gakpo is injured. Now McAllister is getting more of the spotlight, but McAllister, what does he need to do today is a good question. What he needs to do is he needs to stay centrally and just, because we've got the extra midfielders like Soboslai and Jones, as Jerry said, it will kind of mask that he doesn't have the legs anymore. It kind of masks it. But what he needs to do, especially for me, personally, just for me, is be the link between the midfield and Verts and Ekitike. Yeah. He just needs to drop it off to them all the time. I mean, I don't want to see him going out towards the wide midfield areas because there's
Okay,
just there's just no point of that. Yeah, there's no point. There's just no point. He needs to stay in the middle. I don't want to see any backwards passing. Less of that, more forwards, and just like be the link between the midfield and the attacking options that we have. I know for the thing is with Florian Wirtz and Ekitike, especially Ekitike likes to drop deep anyways. He likes to pick up the ball deep anyways. So for me, McAllister right now, he doesn't have any excuses. I can't lie today. He doesn't have any excuses the way we're set up. What I would like is actually if Isak is injured, I would have liked Florian Wirtz in his position, McAllister position, and then probably put Chiesa or so. I don't even mind Salah. Where
no, we said Chiesa though, Sam. We said
Yeah?
I think because from a pressing standpoint, I think
100%.
Chiesa would have cooked in the from the press. But the gaffer is not decided.
But listen, like to be fair, if I would have put McAllister anywhere on the pitch, actually my true answer would be on the bench. But if you had to play on the pitch, it would be more towards the top because him as a double pivot, him as a left mid, whatever is it's not it anymore. It's not it anymore. So
what's changed this time? What's changed, bro? Because last season
I don't know.
It was pivotal to what we were trying to do, and this season he's just like
last season, from what I can remember, he had legs to run up and down, and he was making the smart passes as well. Let's be honest, he was making the smart passes. And this season, what I've been seeing, especially from his passing, is just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, he can't hold the ball properly as well. You know when he tries to shield the ball with his body, and then he tries to hold off the defender, the midfielder. He can't even do that properly anymore. So I don't know. Maybe it's his injury that he had towards the end of last season that's playing up, or that he's just lost confidence. But it's really confusing. I can't lie, because the beginning of last season he was cooking. I can't even lie to you. Now,
do I think people kind of like forget? Yeah, is when you've got a team, yeah, and this is what Enz kind of alludes to a lot, but he doesn't just go into it in depth. The best teams are the ones that emphasize the best abilities of a player, but hide the abilities of the collective as well. Hide the disadvantages or the I guess the flaws of a player, right? McAllister looks good when his responsibility isn't to thread an eye of the needle pass, to crunch man. I know Sam's saying, yeah, let's not forward pass. I'm different. I'm like, just keep the ball, bro. Your responsibility on the pitch isn't to do anything special for me. It's never been that. I don't want you to dictate play. You just run around, Harry, win the ball, and give it to someone else. Give it to someone else. Give it to someone else. Give it to that's got to be your job. Just as a DM would, you do it in your own way. You help us retain it. You're an option. If the centre backs can't go and find the forward pass, you're there. You bounce it back. You move again. You bounce it back. That needs to be that. And then when you've got time, you can turn, face, and pop it into one of the more advanced midfielders. I don't personally like this idea that McAllister's at this 10. Like, I think of the 10s that I've seen growing up. No, I'm not saying you guys, but I know a lot of people think, yeah, McAllister in the 10. I know he played there for Brighton, but let's be honest. In the 10. Like, think of like when he's done well for Argentina. You had Messi going into those pockets, bro. You had Alvarez in those pockets, bro. You go and look at the best 10s in the world ever. None of them are that profile of McAllister ever. Ever. Not even like a Bruno Fernandes. He's not even like a Bruno Fernandes. Do you know what I mean? He's all right at everything, which is fine. But this idea that McAllister's like, he was just world class. He was never that. Like, it was the collective. And when the collective does well, it emphasizes the stuff that you do really well. But I never looked at him and thought, you know what, drop that player in that team and they're popping, they're ticking, they're gonna. No, I never ever saw it like that. Right, back at Brighton, I thought Pascal Gross was that guy. I thought Pascal Gross was the one that was all the one connecting everything. He didn't do that. He obviously scored his set pieces. When you're on form, you can make good decisions, good shots, good passes, 100%. But was he imperative to the system? No, I think he was part of the greater good, and I think that's with a lot of players. I think like when you compare it to like a Trent's the one you look at and you're like, again, we hid his deficiencies. Defensively, he was
100%.
never the best, but he was pivotal to the system. It meant
100%.
that you didn't have to rely on McAllister to slap it 50 yards to spread it into someone, as Sam's saying, yeah, can you pass forwards? Because all he did, he'd win it, give it to Trent, bang, licks it outside of the boot, bang. That then hides it. It then looks nice, innit? Because the pattern's good. He's won the ball back. He dropped the shoulder, passed it into Trent. Everyone's clapping. Trent sprays a 30-yard pass. And you're like, what a game McAllister had. Whereas now McAllister's getting it. He's giving it to Bradley. Bradley's giving it back to him. And then you're like, yeah, do something. And then he's pivoting in the middle thinking, yeah, well, I'm not trying to give the ball away, but I'm not the guy to play that risky. And then he looks a bit worse. And I think that's what it is with these players, man. I think let's like, again, like Sobo, that's someone you can look at. Yeah, you've got your flaws, but you're imperative to the system because when your running's not there, it's over. I've never thought that with McAllister. I've never ever thought if McAllister's not in the team, Liverpool are at a disadvantage. Like the system can't run.
100%.
Do you understand? Like like Bobby.
I'm
was
with
like
you.
that.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But don't get it twisted. He might be in form. He might be good, and you're like, we're not as good today. 100%. But is he imperative? Is he like, nah, bro? If he doesn't play, I don't know what the hell we're going to go and do. The same way you look at Virgil, the same way we looked at Salah, the same way you looked at Bobby, the same way all of the Fabinho. You looked at those players and thought, if my man's not playing, boy, it's a bit long. Whereas there's some other players where, again, if they're on form, you're going to miss them. But it's like, if he's not playing, cool. We can run it another way. We can, but cool. We got the core, and I never looked at him as like the core. Like even Gravenberch for me was more imperative. What Liverpool done last season, at the beginning part of the season, than like a McAllister. Albeit McAllister had an amazing season. I don't take it away from him. But it's like if Jones was on form, you know what I mean? We're not sitting there thinking, yeah, you know what, McAllister. Like again with Virgil, I know people are calling for Virgil to be dropped. But Virgil is imperative to the system.
Bro,
like if Virgil doesn't play, we're losing games. It's just a loss. It's same as like the way you look at like Alisson. We're just losing games. Other players now, even like a Robbo. Robbo at one point was imperative. He's not imperative like that. Hence why Kirkus comes in and it's all right. You can still win a game with Kirkus.
You think that's the same with like Saladin at the moment? You think that's what he's kind of feeling?
Yeah,
he's
not
why he crashed out a little bit because he's just like, yo, normally like what JJ just said and Sam's saying, the Virgil, you take him out, there's a massive difference. You take Salah out, Liverpool still win game. I don't want to take Virgil out, even if he's been bad. But I get why if you want to keep it 100 and a buck. If you
do what Virgil bad is,
other defenders, throw them in.
But going back, Virgil bad is the whole game. I haven't made a mistake. The one mistake I make leads to a goal. The one mistake I make, I threw my hand up once and over. Like they could score. I don't press my man. I turned my back. Goal. Right? Then the amount of times, this is when we go and obviously talking about the Salah situation, you go back at PSV. He doesn't go and press and then it leads to the goal. Cool. That can happen. Right? Because that's the forward. A forward can. But now when you're not scoring, that's when you start looking at things like, bro, so what are you offering the team now? You see that Bobby. This is what I'm talking about. You see that Bobby. There was enough times we'd get onto, obviously you weren't streaming at the time it ends, but I'd get onto him like, bro, man's got pillow feet. Man, like early on, I'm like he's not, why is he not scoring? When he didn't play and Origi was playing or Salah had to play for you're like, bro, and then he comes on, you're like, oh, okay. Oh, that's why when Sturridge, listen, I'm a Sturridge fan, but when Sturridge played and you saw why Bobby had to go and play as a forward. Now, yes, he didn't score the goals, but that's what he gave you, isn't it? With Salah, it's different. Salah gave you the goals. He didn't give you that other stuff, but he gave you the goals. So when you're now not getting the goals, that's when it's like, okay, so what are you in the team for? What's your main responsibility? GA. If you're not giving GA, you're not going to defend because that's not your forte. You're not going to pick up the ball from the centre DMs and run through, man. No. It's stay up there and get your goals. So we've created an environment for him to do that. It worked last season. Now it's not working. That's when you start asking questions. Do you understand? It's like Virgil's not in the team to score set pieces. That's not why he's in the team. It's the other side of the game. That's the additional stuff. So if Salah defends in a game, in an odd game, or puts a tackle in or wins the ball back, like he did against Madrid even like last season, I remember when we played them. Remember when he won it off Mbappe? That's the extra stuff. But if Salah didn't do that and still scored his goals, no one would be like, but he didn't defend, man. He didn't track back. No one would say that. Like if Virgil doesn't score a goal for the rest of the season, but is ultimately a set like perfect from now to defensively. No one's looking at it thinking, no, Virgil's had a poor season. Only what? He hasn't scored a goal since. No one cares. But he has to do his job first, innit? He has to do his job. And that's why we're criticising Virgil, because defensively, he's been scoring goals. He's been getting headers. He's been coming clutch at the beginning of the season. No one cares about that because defensively he's been poor. Do you know what I mean? So
looking at this then, Samuel Brown, I'll get your take on this year. I don't know the metrics, what they based it around.
I was going to ask that. What was the metrics? Yeah.
So he's saying impactful, right? So we're just going to basically assess it logically. So impactful is probably like tackles made, passes, maybe a goal, maybe an assist, maybe a save because Alisson's on there as well. Like things in the game where you're like, yo, that was massively important to what we're trying to do. And then I read like the quotes underneath it, and it was like, there is no attackers in this list in terms of impactful players this season for Liverpool. So you've got your two centre halves, you got your Dominic, which obviously we can all agree that he's been himself. Ryan obviously is there, and then Alisson's there, and Alisson was out for like a month and a half. So there's two questions really, bro. Like, why is none of the attackers on this list being impactful? And obviously some will go, Ekadike scored quite a few goals. Yeah, but maybe they're looking at it as like, how impactful was those goals? You'd probably look at the last game, scored his 2, but we didn't even win the game. So how impactful was it then? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Where's your head at when you see this, bro? Like,
to be fair, from what I'm looking at it logically, it actually does make sense because Jerry said this the other time. Like, with Van Dijk being at the top, yes, he has made bare mistakes this season. There's no running away from it. But our play starts from him. His passing accuracy is going to be high all the time because he literally, him and Kanate both be in the top 4. They get most of the ball anyways. Interceptions, they're making interceptions. They're making good decisions defensively on the most part. It's just that what is highlighted is the stupidness that they do. Like, listen, Kanate was actually having a good game against Leeds, and then he made that stupid decision to try and go for a pool that you shouldn't even be going for. Just shepherd it out, and then it adds up. But if I look at it, I think this is just about right. Why they're attackers is because really and truly most of our attackers have been poor. Let's be honest. Most of our attackers have been poor. Isak hasn't hit off the mark. Salah has been crap. Gakpo has been crap. Wirtz hasn't really been. He hasn't accustomed to the league yet. It's been poor, and you can see the players that are highest on the list are the players that are going back that way instead of forward. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I mean, I would like to see like the actual metrics of how they made this stat. But for me, from what I can guess, it looks about right. To be fair, it's mad that a goalkeeper is there as well. But anyways,
what about you, JJ, bro? Looking at this, bro, I think Samuel put it well there, bro. But none of our attackers, bro. This is mad, you know.
Yeah, you put it well. It's mad. How is this judged? How do they look at the impact?
It didn't give any like indication in terms of the stats or whatever. I'm just saying logically looking at what do you think in the football game? What does impactful mean to you?
Yeah, I think it echoes kind of. It's mad that you had that graphic, but it's what I was saying, innit? It's like Virgil van Dijk from the beginning of the season. This is where like this is not even me being biased, right? Because I think he's been crap but that's based on the position that he's playing in. Do you understand? Like, you make one mistake, you get penalised for it. More time a keeper makes a mistake, like miskicks the ball. You see it all the time. Miskicks the ball. Martinez against Liverpool, it's a goal. That's it. Yeah. You're playing at the elite level. It's a goal. So little mistakes like you miss the ball for a corner, you get pinned down. Do you know what I mean? Or near post, the ball goes in or whatever. It's over, right? But Virgil van Dijk, attacking set pieces, he's the only real threat. Let's be honest. The only real threat. Most touches on the ball. He's the only one. So any attack, you're criticising the system and fine. But any attack, right, if he's getting most of the touches, it means it's starting from him. Whether it's a switched pass, whether he's punching it in, he starts the attacks off. Right? So, and then he's defending also. Right? So you're looking at it and you're thinking, all right, if you're judging it on like, all right, he's made this amount of tackles, he's done this, he's done that, and he's doing the extra stuff as well. Of course, he's probably the most impactful. Now, Gravenberch, I'll be interested to know. Like, I'll be interested to see how they what again out of statistic, because I wouldn't have said so myself, and that's just me being. But Dominic being there, even like an Alisson and a Konate, yeah, he's been terrible for the position that he's in. But he's still, again, you talk about the amount of recoveries he's had to make, the amount of challenges he's had to make. Like, let's be like Leeds as an example. He makes he obviously causes the penalty, right, with Gnotto. Yeah. But he does a similar thing like 10 minutes later inside the box that stops a guaranteed goal from Calvert-Lewin. That's just a goal.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, when he taps it in. So it's like, it's the balance, isn't it? Whereas, like a striker can miss the target 30 times in a game. But if he scores 3 goals after missing, it's man of the match. He scored a hat-trick. Yeah, he should have probably scored more. That's all they'll say. Yeah, he should have probably scored more. But if again, like a Núñez, you don't score and then Liverpool don't lose, but you see those chances, they get highlighted. And I think it's just the role reversal thing. So I think, especially this season, our forwards aren't scoring goals. They're missing chances. They're making the wrong decisions. And that's just across the board. Bar maybe like a Ekitike. It is what it is, isn't it? They're not really impacting the game. And then defensively, are their defensive numbers mad? Are they pressing like Bobby was? Are they helping out on that side of things? No. We're complaining about them pressing as well, which is why any forward could be dropped, to be fair.
Exactly.
Nah. Big up Tamville for becoming a member, man. Love for the love. Appreciate the support, my G. Score predictions, lads. And then we'll head over to go and do the watch along. So make sure you come and join us. You'll be redirected over to Sav. So I'm going to start. I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool. Nah, so I don't need you looking at me like that.
Clean sheet right now is a bit of a head scratcher, but
nah, 2-0, bro. 2-0.
Fair enough.
Where are you at? I'll go Samuel next, then I'll go JJ last. Where you going then, bro?
I will say.
And looked at me in discussion, OJ.
I hate this scoreline because it doesn't need to be like this, but I want to say 3-2 Liverpool.
Yeah, it's one of those mad ones. So we keep every time we see at the game.
Exactly.
We see it at this time.
Bro, I'm just going to be looking like, can we actually just hold one goal for like the last 5 minutes? Please.
We was up 2-0. And then even when we threw it away, we found a way back and then we threw it away again.
Exactly, again.
Jay, where you at, man? Where's your head at? Chat, what's your scores as well? Throw them in before we head out.
1-0, man.
To who?
Liverpool. I think Liverpool win 1-0. I think they win 1-0 again. And I think 2 things. I think the performance at Inter means that once you get a win playing a certain way, you go in it with that belief again. So you see, like, if I go and I'm playing, even ends, right? He gets the ball, and in the game he spreads 5 passes and all diags, and he's just hitting them and assists 3 goals that way. He's probably going to do the same thing in the next game because it worked. Why would you naturally you'd be an idiot not to do that? Even if you might do it and then it might not work and you get criticised for it, but there'll be a belief. So I think there's an internal belief that the way they played against Inter, with all the issues going on in the background and Inter haven't lost, and it's a big. And obviously we need to win in the Champions League, that they got a performance there. They probably try to carry that out again. And I think they're equally as solid. I think there's going to be, Gomez again. He's getting a run of games now. He's not playing full 90 minutes, but he's starting games. He's going to want to keep his place. So he's going to die. Verts now, I need to step up. Ekitike is starting now. Do you know what I mean? So all these little Jones now, and another one where I'm getting games now. I'm getting games. They're going to want to keep their place in the team. So they're probably going to work a bit harder. And then on top of that, I think just the manager as well, and this is unfortunate, with the whole Salah situation, you just lit a fire up in his belly. What?
Exactly.
Me, you think you're going to try ruin my paycheck, my bag. People are forgetting, that's his peas, that's his pocket. The millions he's earning, if it don't work out, he's finished. So you just lit a fire under him now as well. And look, I think the fans will contribute as well. I think the fans will contribute. I think they'll create an atmosphere. And that's the I don't want to call it hope, but that's my belief in it. Now it could all go tits up. It could all go tits up, and we could be sitting there thinking, he just done the same thing again. And people know how I stand on the manager, but unfortunately, you've caused me. Listen, the chat, the fans have caused me to take a different stance now, where I'm having to back the manager because man are not trying to respect the Liverpool institution, bro.
Thank
Man are
you.
trying to do player
Thank you.
FC. So now,
Thank you.
unfortunately, you know, your enemy's enemy is my friend. That's what I'm
Yeah.
running with. So right now, it's slot in, bro. For right now, it's slot in. He needs to work at a principle. At a principle. Can't have man disrespect. No. At a principle now. No one's having fun.
We need
You know,
to
like
hold
that.
on. We need to hold on to this until January, and we can actually get like 1 or 2 players in January that can actually help a little bit. I still want him out by the end of the season, but we need to hold on, like stabilize it until January. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
first.
All right, listen, we'll leave it there, man. Big up JJ, big up to Samuel for jumping in. We're about to head over, man. Go and watch a watch along with the best watch along podcast host that I've ever seen on the planet, bro, with Sav. So we're gonna head over there. Hopefully today we don't hear the Undertaker tune. I'm hoping, but we probably are gonna hear it at least once, maybe. And then straight after it, call in. You guys already know what time it is. Jump in 3 minutes, have your say, and then bounce, man. But big up. I'll see you guys in a set, man. Peace.